Hi there, my lovers. It's MJ from Ultra Love TV. Really happy to be here with you guys. I offer these tarot readings, intuitive tarot. I'm a long-time intuitive empath, author, speaker, and I run Ultra Love as an online lifestyle brand. So feel free to check all that stuff out online. And if you resonate with the vibratory, then feel free to book a private reading. Trust always yourself, to thine own self be true. That's ultimate on all levels, for sure. And really, these are for entertainment and divine guidance and love and clarity. As I said, divine guidance and love and clarity. This is my intention with the reading. So any reader essentially is simply interpreting the cards. So there's no like magic or even like a psychic thing. It's purely having like I guess like a clear channel or a pure channel, and the intention or question or whatever you're bringing to the tarot cards is part of how we're interpreting them. So having been on this long standing spiritual journey, I had a series of spontaneous spiritual awakenings when I was 19, so like 20 years ago, which prompted me traveling to England by myself. And wow, all these years later, it's astounding actually when you're doing transformational work. And yeah, like it's just very obvious that you end up healing ancestral wounds, and so profound. So yeah, holla, hey you guys, I've pulled a card. It's the Two of Cups reverse. So, and I'm aware I am not an astrologer, but I do love astrology, and it's like my main area of research alongside tarot right now. So the theme in our astrology is very much to do with our relationship. And obviously we do sometimes have like relationship, pardon me, looking for my coffee. Yeah, we have imbalances in relationship. We have distortion, codependency, any number of things. And I mean, goodness me, a Two of Cup reverse, Ace of Cup reverse, Justice reverse. This is not great as far as the love heart goes. For some of you guys, like straight up, it might be worth seeing a counselor or seeing a couples therapist. There's the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles are more than one or two people talking together. And it very much, even in the image of the Three of Pentacles, it looks sort of at first glance a couple going to a priest or going to someone who could talk to them about whatever it is that they're dealing with. And actually, as I look at the card, I would say this is for those of you in relationship. This was a brand new shiny beginning in love. The two people came together. And like, I'm maybe glamorizing it, but in this context of the read, these people really were like, or are, soulmates, and they reflect one another, and they truly love one another. And I would say if it was all turned up right, we would be laughing. It would be super dupes amazing. But right now, with this energy being in the reverse, and of course the astrological transits happening, and then the Three of Pentacles can often be about the way we're working with other people, right? In the way that which with Mercury being retrograde through the Libra energy, I mean, this is just reflecting to us like communication is like where it's at, and if we're not communicating, there's no love. Like that's kind of why is it all reverse? And this is a kind of a shit. This is a kind of a shit. But any of the threes, Three of Swords, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, there could be third party. So there could be other people involved in the relationship. However, Intuish is sort of getting more of a sense that this is a couple in the downturn, i.e. not going so good, but still very much in love, seeking counsel. That feels more like how it's going. Because, you know, after we all fall in love and do all that jazz, often, yeah, underlying issues come out for both parties, for one or the other. And then I'm getting as well, like, and then also being aware that when we're wounded deeply, we resist love. So also trusting that if someone's walked away, or I'm feeling emotional reading this actually. Yeah, if someone has left, then, you know, you can, maybe it's just for you. Maybe finding a counselor or finding a therapist is super, yeah, because then there's this it's not spicy, it's just actually a message coming in. Yeah, there is this message, a tangible, this could be a younger earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. They, this feels quite grounded, in earnest. Again, there's like a little emotion, so this could incite some vulnerability from you or the other person. Yeah, for some of you guys, honestly, like something might not have worked out. And the justice with these two cups, the first cup, the ace of cup, and then the two, this feels to me like something that felt like the highest order of love, and it's literally just not anymore. So you or the other person or whatever, there's like a bit of a seeking counsel for healing, because possibly if there was a third party, this is going to be painful. Lies, deceptions, secrets, betrayals, those hurt us. That when we're lying to ourselves and one another, that hurts. And there again, like, we can say these things all we like, it doesn't stop us from being in our own shitty patterns of behavior when we lie to people. Because depending on our upbringing, depending on our belief systems, you know, like, it's a funny duplicitousness or paradox whereby, like, the oftentimes victimhood can also be exhibited in people pleasing, but underlying the people pleasing is victimhood, which potentially can do harm, because the poor victim can do whatever it wants because it's a victim. And so it doesn't actually have any integrity. And usually when we're in victimhood, we can behave in very cowardly ways. You know, it's so monstrous, this manifestation and how we're evolving on a quantum level, right? And yet, so if there is no communication, then there's no forward motion, there's no messages. However, this reading is saying there is going to be communication. I would say if you're going to be the responsible one here, which it feels like you are, you're going to go find the counsel and the healing that you need. And then there could be this offer, this Page of Pentacles, or certainly a message. Maybe a message comes in from your loved one. For some of you guys, you're absolutely exhausted, so please take the rest that you need, okay? This is something that I talk about on the YouTube channel, and certainly just all my yoga clients. And rest. What are we running around for? You know, as in, anything that any of us are doing warrants a question, like, why am I actually doing this? And is it actually serving me? And some it's obvious and we know it's not, and yet we're not going to be hurt, you know, blah, 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 blah. The compassion goes a long way, my lovers. There's definitely something, you guys, that you're building. Maybe a business. I mean, actually, for a lot of you, it's a lot of pentacles, so it's definitely business oriented. It's like you're flipping the paradigm. When I look at that Three of Stones from the shamanic, from the Shining Tribe, I feel like for some of you, you are so, like, integrating, processing, healing. There's such a wholeness in that Three of Stones card, and there's a celebratory energy. There's a celebratory energy and a reward that comes through as you flip the paradigm and shine your light. It's that. And then bearing in mind, any of us shining our light, truly what that is owning the authenticity of the wholeness of who you are. So like knowing your resilience and your grit and your shades and your shadows and your darkness. Like this is also part of vulnerability. Like if we're not allowed to be vulnerable, or if people that we're around are being passively angry with our vulnerability, or and you know, not able to be reflectively vulnerable, that is not healthy. That is toxic for any of us. And that's why seeking counsel outside of relationship can be often very, very useful. You know, because and this is something as well, even with my the spiritual, I'm somebody who still very much, you know, like will advise people seeing a medical doctor or taking medications, you know, like unless we're that expert or said person, I don't think it's up to us to be pointing fingers and shaming anything in our culture, because all of it has its value and its function. Anyway, I'm going to close her there. You guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that reading did resonate on some level. And if not, we'll see you again tomorrow. Have an awesome one, you guys. Feel free to book a prior reading. Otherwise, just stay tuned in on the internet, and we'll continue to show up for each other. Have an awesome day, you guys. Peace out.